The US 30 Cedar River Bridge was the first example built in Iowa of a particular bridge type, a steel continuous welded girder bridge with floor beams. But what does that mean? First, some basic bridge terminology. A girder bridge is composed of two or more girders, or large beams, that parallel the roadway and support a deck on which the roadbed is built. The word girder is used for the largest support beams. Smaller beams that support the deck and parallel the girders are called stringers. Beams that parallel the roadway are described as longitudinal, while those that extend at right angles to the roadway are called transverse. Today, the girders used in most girder bridges, including the US 30 bridge, are steel I-beams, also referred to as I-girders. Steel I-beams may be either rolled I-beams or built-up plate girders. Both types of beam have a capital letter I-shaped profile and are composed of a central plate, known as a web, with a perpendicular flange at each end that forms the top and bottom of the eye. This shape maximizes the bending load while using the least amount of materials. I-beams and plate girders differ only in whether they are manufactured as a single unit, rolled I-beams, or are built up from separate web plates and flanges, plate girders. In older steel bridges, plate girders were assembled by attaching the web to the flanges by angled pieces that were riveted together, so each beam typically had dozens of component parts: web, flanges, angles, and rivets. Today, nearly all plate girders are manufactured by welding the flanges to the web, creating a single beam that cannot be disassembled into its component parts. A steel girder might be simply supported or continuous. A simply supported beam has one support at each end and no other support. A continuous beam has three or more supports. The distance between supports on a bridge is called a span. Single-span bridges are typically simply supported, since they are supported by an abutment at each end, but typically not by any intermediate support. Multi-span girder bridges, such as the former US 30 bridge, today typically use continuous girders, but a multi-span bridge could be constructed from a series of simply supported girders. The final terms used to characterize the historical significance of the US 30 bridge relate to its floor support system. Floor beams and diaphragms are the components that extend between adjacent girders to provide lateral bracing and assist in load distribution. Girder bridges with diaphragms are typically constructed of multiple parallel longitudinal girders with short transverse members, diaphragms, that extend between adjacent girders to provide lateral bracing and assist in load distribution. Girder bridges with floor beams typically have large outer girders connected by large transverse beams that either support the deck directly or support longitudinal stringers that are smaller than the main girders and support the deck. Together, these three distinct features contributed to the National Register significance of the US 30 Cedar River Bridge under Criterion C. It was the first of its type in Iowa, completed in 1953 with a total length of 1,140 feet.